Joining us now is retired Army Colonel Douglas Macgregor, who's author of the book Warrior's Rage. Colonel Macgregor is cited by Michael Hastings in his Rolling Stone article as a critic of the counterinsurgency doctrine. Colonel Macgregor, thank you very much for coming on the show again.
Oh, thank you, Rachel.
If the president chose to remove General McChrystal over these comments, do you think that he would be justified in doing so?
Oh, absolutely, without question. Setting aside all of the imprudent remarks that you've already covered, one of the things that McChrystal does in the article is he expresses an acute lack of confidence in the validity of the very tactics, that is, counterinsurgency, that he urged the president to adopt last fall. And if you've got a commander in the field who has serious questions about the validity of the approach that he's taking, that in and of itself is justification, in my judgment, to call him back and ultimately to replace him with someone else.
Do you think this scandal presents a real opportunity for us? Not in theory, not in academic terms, but a real opportunity right now for us to rethink our strategy in Afghanistan. Is there a competing strategy available other than counterinsurgency to explain, justify, and give a purpose to what our troops are doing there now?
Absolutely. This is a golden opportunity. In my judgment, what the president should do is remove McChrystal and announce that he's going to appoint someone else, and that new commanding officer is going to have 30 days to make an appraisal and come back to the president with recommendations regarding what we should do. One of the things that Americans don't seem to understand is that what we've been doing is clearly an extension of what's been going on under the Bush administration for many, many years. If you go back to Bob Woodward's book, State of Denial, he recounts a conversation between General Retired Keane, the former Vice Chief of Staff of the Army, and Secretary Gates, and he asks him, this is before the Obama election, don't you want these policies to continue? Don't you want us to continue doing in Iraq and to expand what we're doing in Afghanistan? And Gates says, well, yes, we want to continue these policies. And Keane says, well, then you have got to appoint the commanders in the field who are aligned with us, who will pursue these policies. And you have four-star generals now who've been moved into key positions who are aligned with the policies of the past. McChrystal was not put into Afghanistan to change anything. He was put there to pick up this counterinsurgency doctrine, which was presented to him by General Petraeus, and to dramatically expand our commitment in Afghanistan. That's what he's done.
Colonel Macgregor, I know that you knew General McChrystal as a cadet at West Point many years ago and knew him for years after that. In terms of what has become of his career, his role right now in pushing counterinsurgency as a justification for continued involvement in Afghanistan, the General McChrystal portrayed in this article today, do you recognize him over the course of the time that you've known him from his early career?
In some ways, yes. People don't really change dramatically. First of all, Stan McChrystal is a nice person, and you would enjoy having a beer with him. But Stan McChrystal is an infantry officer. He doesn't have a background in the kinds of things, frankly, that he's been asked to do. And I think McChrystal has come to the realization that what he's been asked to do isn't going to happen with the resources he's got. And I think he knows that Afghanistan is not a place where you can create Western institutions, new governments, new ways of doing business. This is a very backward place. It's very diverse. He's got a very different set of requirements than I think he ever anticipated.
Colonel Douglas Macgregor, thank you very much for your time tonight, sir. I really appreciate your insight here.
Thank you.